This is a slow yoga flow class to stretch and relax. I'm Caren Baginski. Thanks for joining me. We're going to emphasize the legs and the hips, and you might like having a strap or a hand towel available for practice. Let's begin on the back, keeping that prop nearby. And hug your knees in toward your chest. Hold onto each knee with your hands. And let your low back flatten. Just breathe in so that you feel your abdomen move toward the thighs. And breathe out, settle your body into the floor, feeling the navel relax down and in. You might choose to close your eyes. Now as you breathe in, push your knees forward, filling up the abdomen. The arms come to length. And as you exhale, pull the knees gently in so that when the navel arrives with no breath left at the base of the spine, all the way down and in, the legs arrive as well. Inhale, make room for the breath, press the legs forward. Exhale, gently pump the legs inward toward the chest, emptying the breath. Let's do this one more time. This time as you inhale, feel the low back lift, like a little pelvic tilt. And as you exhale, flatten the low back down and in toward the mat. Come back into a neutral space where the low back is slightly lifted and the knees are forward. Open the knees out to each side. Push the knees forward and together, making a circle. Pull the knees in, and then continue. Smooth out your breath. Relax your shoulders. After that third round, go the opposite direction. Knees forward, then out to the sides, then in toward the heart. Feel into the hip joints and allow this to be more full of ease. Less effort, more ease and slowness with the breath. And then after you're complete here, let's set the feet down to the floor. Cross the right ankle on top of the left. Flex through that foot into supine figure 4. Thread your hands, one in between the legs, the other to the outside, and hold on to the back of the left thigh. Gentle flex in both feet. Move this right knee forward as the legs come inward toward you. Keep that steady, smooth breath going in the abdomen. See if you can relax your shoulders and your arms here even more. Take one more round of breath. And as you breathe out, release the grip of your hands. Release the left foot and then the right foot back to the floor. Take the left leg on top of this right leg. Figure 4 on this side. Interlace the fingers and hold on to the back of the right thigh. Little gentle flex in both feet. Bring the legs in as the left leg moves forward. If you notice the breath is a little choppy or more shallow, bring that quality of smooth, circling breath in and out of the body throughout the practice, so that the breath always is your companion to come back to presence when there might be some discomfort in the body. One more breath here. Release, right foot and then left foot back down to the mat. Release your arms by your sides. Take the soles of the feet together and let the knees go wide into Supta Baddha Konasana. From this space, squeeze into the glutes. So you might feel your inner thighs trigger and lift, and then relax them completely. And continue to do this, little micro squeezes, little releases. About 10 times, going slow and steady. We're priming some of the muscles in our body to help us participate in the other postures with more ease. You might also notice that through this action, the legs seem to be cutting closer toward the floor, even if it feels just energetically rather than actually looking at the legs and seeing that they're closer to the floor. Do a couple more gentle squeezes here and releases, staying true to your breath, going slow. There's no rush in this practice. And then use your hands to bring your legs up and in. Now reach for your prop that you're using. Got my strap here. I'm going to hook it on top of the sole of the right foot. You can do this with a hand towel, placing it at the base of the toes. Kick the right leg straight up and slide your hands down that strap. Extend your left leg long and gently flex that foot as if you're standing. Now already right here you might feel an intensity in the hamstring. Just soften your shoulders. You can always bend your knee as much as you need. Find that just right space for right now. Breathe into it. And place the strap or the hand towel fully in your right hand. Your left arm can serve as an anchor by your side. Turn your right toes out 45 degrees toward your shoulder and open the leg wide. Go just until that space where you feel the inner thighs start to lengthen, and anchor yourself into your left side more completely. Now inhale, slight bend in the knee, lift the leg all the way up. Switch into the other hand. Left hand takes the prop, right hand pushes the outer right hip forward, and then move the leg just a couple inches across the body. Bringing the leg closer toward your face and rotating this right hip forward will probably light up the outer edge of that right leg pretty easily, but you go to the depth that feels good for you right now. And then smooth out that breath. Notice if the shoulders are tense. Where in your body can you soften to help support the intensity of this position? Where can you find some ease in the effort? Now inhale and lift the leg back upright. Bend the knee. Let's slip the strap off and send that leg long. Just for a moment, let the leg go soft onto the floor and notice that feeling in the whole right leg and how that compares to the left. Now bring the left leg in and we'll repeat that on this side. Hook the prop and send the leg sky high. Now anchor into this right leg, especially that outer hip. See if you can feel steadier in that space. Reminder to always meet each half of your body where it's at, not trying to make it catch up or be balanced completely with the other. It's normal for us to experience some differences in the halves of our body. So bend the knee as you need, straighten the leg more. Find a space of ease as you transition now to hold the strap into the left hand. Turn the toes out 45 degrees. Open the leg to the side and anchor in through your right arm and your right leg. It's also common to feel a shake here, so welcome that. Bend the knee as you need. Breathe even deeper into the whole pelvis, the whole abdomen. Feel the breath not just in the lungs, but as if it could participate in the whole torso here. Bringing the leg back upright. Let's switch out through the hands. Right hand takes the strap, left hand pushes that outer left hip forward, and then bring it across. Once you find that space, that feels like just enough for right now, soften your face, breathe in, and breathe out. Maybe close the eyes, knowing that these moments of intensity and discomfort do not last forever. And also, how can you bring some softness into the moment where it doesn't feel great? Maybe that's releasing any judgments in your mind. Inhale and lift the leg back upright. Let's bend into the knee. Set the strap off to the side. You will not need it anymore. Extend the left leg long. Both the arms go by your sides as well. And just notice now, how does it feel to be in your pelvis and in your legs at this moment? Let's go ahead and take your knees inward and plant the feet flat. Toes pointing straight ahead. Now squeeze into the glutes, engage through the inner thighs, slide the tailbone forward by lowering the low back to the mat, and lift up into bridge pose. Take your arms underneath you to clasp if that feels comfortable, and lift onto the shoulders, softening the neck. A gentle hug and a squeeze through the glutes, through the thighs, push down into the soles of the feet to rise through the heart. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice and steady. Feeling all of that effort come back into those softened legs. One more breath in. As you breathe out, release the arms and lower your spine back down to the floor. Pull the knees in and simply roll up. You can roll back and forth a few times or just roll up to a seat, and you're going to come around into a table position here on the mat. Cow and cat. So on your next breath in, allow your belly to relax, shoulder blades glide together, gazing forward. As you exhale, relax the head, arch through the whole spine. Continue with your pace of breath, maybe moving a little bit more intentionally, trying to find each moment of the spine as you move in both directions. Each vertebra participating, helped by the breath. Let's find 2 more rounds here. And this time, as you begin to exhale, walk your hands forward, tuck your toes, and lift your hips and pelvis high into downward facing dog. I recommend walking your hands wide to the edges of your mat, creating some space here for you to rotate your upper arms out and load the weight into your legs. Find another breath in to lengthen all the way from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And then as you exhale, drop down into your knees. Keep your knees right underneath your hips, and now continue to walk your hands forward and wide to a V for extended puppy pose, lowering the forehead down. If it feels safe for your low back, you can relax completely here. Otherwise, might choose to keep the navel lifted. Begin to spin open through your upper arms once more, finding a length through the armpit region and the side bodies. You can choose to keep the toes tucked under or relax them flat to the mat. On an inhale, walk the hands back in toward you, but not all the way in. We're going back into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and lift up once more and see if there's a difference, a shift, an openness here. Inhale and simply step this right foot forward to the top of your space into a lunge. Drop the left knee down and then relax those toes. Inhale and fly up into Anjaneyasana, crescent moon lunge. We'll take the right hand here down to the leg. Only the left arm will remain lifted, opening into the psoas muscle here. Important to really find the breath. So we're going to affect the change into the muscle through holding this posture and just breathing more fully into the belly. So take an inhale and climb that breath all the way up into the low ribs. And as you exhale, find yourself sinking into the lunge, relaxing the abdomen, maybe even reaching more through the left fingertips. Soften the back of the neck. Stay here for one more round of breath. On the exhale, release your palms down to the floor. Tuck the back toes under, lift that knee, and step that foot halfway in toward the front of your space. Turn the back toes out 45 degrees for Parshvottanasana. So as you inhale, lift up to a half lift. The fingertips can climb to the front shin, turning this into more of a balance. And then from that space, find a little curve in your low back. And then exhale fully over the front leg. Whatever capacity your body has at this moment, relax your head. The weight balanced between the feet, but heavy into the front heel. Smooth out the breath and relax your neck with every exhale. It's okay to bend the knees here. Find ease in the effort. On an inhale, lift your abdomen upward and walk your hands in toward the long side of your mat. So you're just going to spin and step your legs wide into a wide-legged standing forward bend. The toes are slightly hugged in. And then take your left hand to the middle of your space and inhale your right arm open and twist. You can stay here with the arms wide, or you can bend the top arm's elbow and hook it behind you, opening into the shoulder. See if you can relax your neck. Find the weight equal in your feet and twist from the middle of your spine, the navel upward. Find one more breath in. And breathe out, release the twist. Bring your hands back down to the floor and soften all the way down through your torso. Now inhale and lift up and walk your hands to the other foot, turning to face the back edge of your mat into lunge. Let's drop the back knee here and open back into crescent moon lunge. Inhale, fly the arms overhead. And then exhale, the same leg that's forward, that arm comes down. Breathing and expanding here through that psoas muscle. So softening as much as you can into the belly so you can breathe. Lift straight up through the armpit region, soften the neck. Even find the lift happening when you exhale, as if you could create more space to lift up and lengthen when the exhale empties through the body. Let's find one more breath. knowing that change happens over time through stillness. And then release the palms down. Tuck the back toes under, lift that leg and step halfway forward into Parshvottanasana on this side. So there's about 2.5, 3 feet in between the legs. Widening the feet apart toward the edges of the mat if you need. Find an inhale to lift up, lengthen the spine, find the low back curve. So intentionally trying to curve through that low back space. Then exhale and allow yourself to fold, whatever capacity you have available. Relax the neck. Bending the knees, great modification here. Soften your mouth, your tongue. Absorb yourself fully into this feeling now. Let's find an inhale, lengthen and lift up. Exhale, both of the hands walk to the middle of your mat, spinning your feet, walking your feet wide, back into this wide-legged stance. Take your right hand to the middle of the mat and inhale up through the left, twisting. You can choose again to bend the top arm, hooking it around behind the back as you twist, wringing out through that navel space. Relax the head, notice if the neck is gripping, and bring equal weight into the feet. In fact, even roll the weight into the pinky toe edges. That way you're not collapsing into your arches. Let's exhale, come out of that twist and fold forward. Inhale and lift up halfway. Walk your hands back to the front side of your mat where we started. Plant your palms, step this leg back to meet the other. Tap your knees down and lower onto your abdomen. Extend your right arm long to the side with the palm facing down into a T. The left hand comes by the face. Roll onto that shoulder for a reclining shoulder opener. Now as the hips stack and the shoulders stack here, you can just relax. This is perfectly great to stay. Otherwise, let's take this top leg, bend into the knee. The hand that's in front of you is going to come to hold potentially. So maybe it holds onto the foot. You can also use your strap or your hand towel for this. Once you have it, notice if your knee goes really high, can you bring it down and in? And then just gently glide the foot inward toward the buttocks. If this is a balance challenge for you, the bottom leg can bend in front of you, creating more space to balance. Let's take one more breath here. Release through the foot. Both of the legs go long. Rotate back onto your abdomen. Pull the right arm in. Left arm goes out, palm down. Gazing away from that arm, roll onto your side. Stay right here with the shoulder opener. Or choose to hook your hand or your strap to the foot. Once you make contact, again, if the knee is quite wide and high, see if you can draw it down and in toward the other knee. The shoulder blades may hug together here. And just gently guide the foot inward toward the glutes. A reminder that you can bend the leg that's on the floor for balance. Another breath in. And breathe out, release through the leg. Roll onto your abdomen. Bring both of your arms back in by your sides. And push back into child's pose. Knees go wide, big toes toward one another. Sink back and down with your forehead touching the mat. Relax the weight of your head, neck, and upper back completely through the exhales. Observing how the breath is moving through you. Continuing to stay present in the practice. Every moment, just be here. On your next inhale, lift your chest and walk your hands back in toward you. Come to have a seat. And with your legs extended in front of you, pull the right knee in and step that leg over top of the left. And stay right here if you like, or pull the left leg in into half Lord of the Fishes pose. Encircle the hands around the front thigh so you can lift up through your spine, bringing the leg in. Let's take the left elbow to the outside of the knee while the right hand comes back behind you to hold onto the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, allow the hips to twist with you. So twisting open, you'll naturally feel how the hips start to kick at a diagonal. Keep that there as you twist through the navel and the chest. And in this way, you're giving your pelvis space, especially if you tended to have any sacroiliac issues. This is a great modification in this twist to keep more of a spaciousness in the pelvis. Finally, you can take your head to gaze back over the back shoulder if you enjoy that. Use every exhale as a simple opportunity to land, to soften, to relax any grip on the legs, and to just be here. Now unwind through the twist. Come back to center, and we'll stack the legs into fire log pose or Agni Stambhasana. So if you have the legs in already, you can also do this the other way, but if you already have the legs in, lean back. Just pull one leg forward and the other on top of the knee. And then you've got this stack of the legs. You can do a half stack with the bottom leg forward if you like. Whatever is feeling best for you at this moment. Hold on to the knee and the foot or both of the feet. Nice little grounding action here to kind of soothe yourself with your palms to your feet. Inhale, lift through the spine. Exhale, tilt forward. Just enough to where you feel, yeah, that's enough sensation for right now. If you'd like to deepen still, you can move your hands forward onto the floor. Keep length through your spine, including the back of the neck. And breathe into it. It's natural to feel emotion start to well up in this space, maybe some heat. Are you pushing yourself, or can you find that sustainable edge where you can breathe? Your mind can be calm, your breath can be calm. You're welcoming the discomfort, knowing that it won't last. Now inhale, lift your hands back inward. If they were forward, lift your chest. Exhale, spread the legs forward. Relax through the thighs. You might rotate the knees, the ankles in and out a few times. Breathe in and breathe out. This can be quite strong positions to open up through the body. So give yourself some transition time. We're going to do those 2 poses over on the other side. So we'll take the other leg in and step it over top. Got that left leg hugged in. The right leg is going to come by the side. Inhale and lift up and hook the elbow to the outside of the knee. Other hand is behind you. Twisting open through the pelvis as well as the navel and the shoulders. Maybe take your gaze backward. Because the breath doesn't move as easily here through this twist, just breathe into the capacity that you currently have. No need to force the breath here or force the pose. Let your body show you the way. And we'll exhale and release from the twist. Take your legs into fire log, whichever variation you chose before. Do the same on this side. Hands to the feet if you like. Find an inhale to lengthen. And if this is enough, you stay. If you'd like a little bit more, exhale and lean. Again, option to bring the hands to the floor if you like. A reminder that it's not about how this looks. How does it feel? Can you calm your thoughts, calm your breath, and have just enough level of activity in the body where you can feel change is happening because you're taking care of yourself. Instead of forcing yourself into it, you're relaxing your way into the stretch. If there's any micro tensions in your shoulders or your face, soften those now. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, we'll start to transition, lifting through the heart. Supporting yourself with your hands, spread your legs forward. Relax into the thighs. And we'll come into our final rest, Shavasana. So extending your legs wide, lower onto your back. Open your arms into a V with a lot of space in between your armpits, your hands, and your hips. And one time, we're going to squeeze every muscle that you have in the body, through the toes, the fingers, the face, the legs, the arms, all of it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze when I say, holding the breath, and then you're going to relax everything. Let everything go into the floor. If you're pregnant or shouldn't be holding your breath for any reason, then don't hold, just squeeze and release. So as you're ready, take an inhale, start to squeeze everything. Make fists, curl your face, everything, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold the breath. Exhale and release everything. Soften the face. Soften arms and legs. Let yourself be held. The breath breathes itself. Drop the thinking mind deep into the mat space. sense and feel into the cave of your heart, the center deep within, where everything is okay. It just is. A calm, still pool of water here in the heart. And feel yourself buoyed and floating in this calm, cool water until I bring you out. Awaken from your rest with a bigger breath in and a bigger breath out. Move and stretch your arms, your legs as you like. Potentially keeping your eyes closed. As you make your way onto your side, curling up into a ball. Push up to a seat. Whatever seat feels comfortable for you. And take the palms together at the heart. Anjali Mudra. Finding a moment of gratitude that you took this time to connect. And honoring all the realized beings who have come before to bring these yoga practices to us. Relax your palms down and start to open your eyes, coming back into the space, taking your time. Such an honor to be in this practice with you. Always means a lot if you tell me how your practice went in the comments. Give it a like and subscribe for more slow yoga flow and restorative yoga practices here on my channel. Look forward to seeing you again soon.